If you heard cheering from somewhere in Hollywood on November 2nd, don't worry, your TV wasn't malfunctioning. That was just the sound of millions of fans collectively squealing because Jennifer Aniston finally confirmed her new relationship. Yes, confirmed, as in stamped, posted, double-tapped, and blessed by Instagram itself. Jennifer dropped the big reveal with a heart-melting picture of her hugging her boyfriend, Jim Curtis, alongside a birthday message that read, "Happy birthday, my love. Cherished." And honestly, Jen looks so happy in that photo she might as well be glowing from her soul. The caption practically whispered, "Lucky me," and the entire internet went, "Lucky him." Jim fired back with his own adorably romantic post, writing, "If this is a dream, I don't want to wake up," complete with couple pictures guaranteed to trigger at least 3 group chat conversations per household. Hollywood, take notes. This is how you soft launch, slow burn, and then full send a relationship reveal. Of course, fans had already been piecing things together like amateur detectives. Jim quietly attended the premiere of the morning show back in September. Jen posted those cute, sunny vacation pictures in October, where eagle-eyed fans noticed a certain tall, handsome man in the background. But nothing was official until that birthday post. And boy, was it worth the wait. But here's the twist. Behind this unbelievably wholesome love story is a man whose life journey could be its own Netflix series. Jim Curtis isn't just Jen's new partner. He's a transformational coach, hypnotherapist, and living example of a comeback story done right. The unexpected man behind the Hollywood love story. Jim Curtis, at 50, isn't a typical celebrity boyfriend. You won't catch him doing red carpet theatrics or posting thirst traps next to vintage Ferraris. Instead, he helps people reconnect with themselves, breathe better, emotionally at least, and apparently fall in love with A-list actresses. His path began with a terrifying wake-up call back in 1995. One morning, Jim rolled out of bed and realized he couldn't feel his left foot. Like any normal person, he assumed it was just a weird reaction from a bad fall off his bike. You know, the usual. Except the numbness didn't go away. It spread. Doctors later found lesions on his spinal cord, and suddenly, his entire life pivoted. During that period, Jim met a communications professor named Larry Rosenfield, who introduced him to mindfulness and meditation. Those lessons didn't just help Jim cope, they shaped his entire philosophy. He learned how to separate his illness from his identity, how to be present, and how to scream into someone's eyes during a meditation exercise. Yes, scream into someone's eyes. And he says it works. So hey, who are we to judge? Today, Jim channels the same calm, spiritual, slightly unconventional energy into guiding others through their own healing. And honestly, you can tell why Jen fell for him. Hollywood men often come with special effects and plot twists. Jim seems to come with peace, balance, and the occasional therapeutic scream. A love story rooted in strength after years of public scrutiny. Jennifer Aniston's personal life has never been private. The world's favorite friend has been chased by rumors about her relationships, her marriages, and especially the one topic she never wanted to be public: motherhood. For decades, tabloids tried to define her by one question: why she never had children. Every red carpet, every interview, every breakup came with commentary she didn't ask for. But in her new interview with Harper's Bazaar UK, Jennifer finally opened up, and her story is far more painful, complicated, and courageous than the world realized. While the public insisted she was too career-driven or too picky to have kids, she was actually undergoing rounds of IVF behind closed doors, enduring disappointment after disappointment, heartbreak after heartbreak. "They had no idea what I'd been through for 20 years, Jen said, explaining why she never felt the need to disclose her private medical journey. The headlines hurt, but she stayed silent because it was her story, not the world's. She revealed she desperately tried everything, even drinking bizarre herbal mixtures that probably tasted like sadness and dirt. If someone had told her earlier to freeze her eggs, she said she would have done it. But by the time doctors told her the journey had ended, she had to accept that chapter was closed. When she addressed adoption rumors, she was honest. She didn't want to adopt. She always wanted a biological child. It wasn't selfishness, she said. It was just what her heart wanted. That candidness touched millions. For years, the world projected a narrative onto her. Now, finally, she was rewriting it in her own words, with honesty, grace, and the kind of emotional strength that makes you want to hug her through the screen. the man who brings peace, not pressure. So where does Jim fit into all this? In the most refreshing way possible. He's not a megastar. He's not a Hollywood playboy. He's not a man with a new tattoo every time Mercury goes retrograde. He's a transformational coach with over 500,000 Instagram followers, a book called The Stimuli Experience, and a mission to help people upgrade their I am. He hosts virtual healing sessions for anyone ready to rebuild their life with intention and purpose. And now, he's giving Jennifer Aniston something she hasn't had in years, a relationship rooted in calm, comfort, and genuine connection. According to insiders, Jim and Jen met through mutual friends. At first, it was casual, just hanging out, laughing, enjoying each other's company. Then Jen read his book, got interested in his work, and the friendship quietly evolved into something more. They've been dating for a few months, keeping things relaxed and drama-free. Most of their time together happens at Jen's famously cozy, zen-filled home in LA. Their vibe? Think candles, herbal tea, long conversations, lots of laughter, and exactly zero paparazzi screaming in the bushes. Honestly, it sounds delightful. This relationship already has the it factor. If you need more signs this romance is the real deal, here's your tea. Jim was spotted vacationing with Jen, Jason Bateman, and Amanda Anka on a yacht in Mallorca. In one photo, he's giving Jen a sweet shoulder massage. In another, they might be kissing. Though even if it was just a strategically placed breeze, fans declared it official. More importantly, Jim has already been welcomed into Jennifer's inner circle. And if you know anything about Jen, you know that group is smaller than the cast of Friends. She's extremely private and protective of her world, so anyone who enters it has to be trustworthy, grounded, and real. So far, Jim checks every box. He even posts about relationships in a way that sounds tailor-made for Jen's healing journey. In one Instagram message, he wrote that it's better to be alone than with someone who isn't right for you, and that deep, nourishing connections matter most. If that isn't husband material energy, I don't know what is. Jen finally gets her rom-com ending. In real life. After everything she's gone through, the media pressure, the public heartbreak, the private battles, Jennifer Aniston deserves happiness without noise. And Jim Curtis seems to be bringing exactly that into her life. Not chaos, not scandals, not Hollywood madness, just warmth, ease, support, joy. It's the kind of love story that feels like the final scene of a rom-com, minus the dramatic airport chase, and plus a whole lot more emotional maturity. Whether this turns into something long-term or simply a beautiful chapter, one thing is clear, Jen is in a good place. A calm place. A loved place. And the world couldn't be happier for her. And that wraps up this episode of Hollywood's sweetest new love story. Jennifer Aniston finally stepping into a chapter filled with peace, joy, and someone who truly values her. Well, that's something worth celebrating. If you enjoy this video, make sure you hit that like and don't forget to subscribe to the channel.